Hi there, how's everything today with you? Since it's almost Christmas, I thought this was a fun story to share with you, and it's about the patron saint of farmers from New Mexico. It's called Not Even a Saint. Come along and find out what you can learn. It's a good lesson. Not Even a Saint from New Mexico. Fanny Isidro, later known as Farmer Saint, eked out a living by growing beans and chilies on his small farm near the Rio Grande. Following God's laws, he plowed hard ground and planted precious seeds by May 15th, the day known as San Isidro's festive day. The rains didn't fall one planting season, and Farmer Isidro's land grew thirsty. He worried that he wouldn't get his seeds in the ground on time and would lose the next crop. May 15th arrived with a blistering morning sun. Isidro hitched his oxen to the plow and began preparing the field. "Better late than not at all," he said to the dry wind. He worked for an hour before stopping for a drink of cool water. Suddenly, a tall, brown-skinned angel surrounded with golden light appeared, saying, "God is unhappy with you, Isidro. This is a holy day, a day of festive, a day of honor. It's a day to celebrate. God asks you to cease your labors." Farmer Isidro wiped his brow with a kerchief, thought for a moment, and replied, "I'm pleased that God cares about me. Tell him that the rains are late this year, and I must get my seeds in the ground today. I'm sure he will understand." "No," said the angel, "God does not understand. If you refuse to lay down your plow, he will send powerful winds and heavy rains to destroy your next crop. Tell God that's even though it's a holy day, I can't stop. If he sends a storm to harm my beans and chili, I'll deal with it. Let me get on with my work." The angel disappeared, and Farmer Isidro continued plowing. A second angel appeared an hour later. She was taller than the first, and her golden light was even brighter. "God is disappointed with you, Isidro. He insists that you rest on the holy day and participate in the festive. Put down the plow and leave the plowing for tomorrow." Isidro kept driving the oxen forward, digging the furrow deeper as he went. "Ask God to please leave me alone on this special day," he said. "He can see that I have a lot of work ahead of me. If I am going to get the crop planted by nightfall, tell him I can't stop. God says that if you don't obey, he will throw bolts of lightning to burn your field." "I can't help that," replied the farmer wearily. "It's past time to plant. I have to do what I can. Ask God to try and understand." The angel disappeared, and Farmer Isidro continued to work and sweat under the boiling sun. At high noon, the third angel appeared. He was taller and brighter than the first two. "God is most displeased with you, Isidro. He asked you twice to stop your labors on this important day. Twice you have refused. I have to give you one final chance to honor his wishes. If you refuse, he has a special punishment in store for you." "I know," said the farmer. "He'll send me a plague of grasshoppers to devour my crops." "It's worse than that," replied the angel. "Worse? How much worse?" "He will send you a bad neighbor." Farmer Isidro couldn't believe what he had heard. He stopped his ox, laid the plow handle fall to the ground. He caught his breath and whispered, "A bad neighbor?" "Yes," said the angel, "an especially bad neighbor who will live on the farm adjoining yours. Please tell God that he's right. As always, I shouldn't be working on this holy day. I can handle fall weather and risk losing my crops to fire and insects, but a bad neighbor, not even a saint can deal with a bad neighbor." Wasn't that interesting? It kind of reminds us of, what's good, and you'd be naughty or nice, like Santa Claus is coming. It kind of teaches us what we should be doing. so we won't have bad neighbors, and also so Santa Claus might bring you a good present. Thanks for coming. Come back.